the final showdown with Sheen. I say let's get this show on the road! Yeehaw! Here we go!
Hello and welcome. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and leave a comment. This is part 7 of my Dark Aeon journey, Dark Anima. This Dark Aeon is one of the hardest due to its 8 million HP. Dark Anima appears first after the cutscene when you first get to Zanarkand, just like the other Dark Aeons. To make her appear, you need to revisit Mount Gagazet and do the little mini game with Waka, where you hit the sphere with the correct timing. I'll show you how I did mine a little bit later. So before we begin, make sure that you have picked up all the little bits of treasure around this place and that you may have forgotten. There are a few different paths to follow here, but there isn't too much of significance left. Going up the hill leads you to the fortune sphere. Don't forget that you can dive by pressing circle, because I did. For those interested, here's a little background information about Anima in general. She is the final Aeon that was intended to be used to fight Sin by Seymour. She is also Seymour's mother. Seymour never fought Sin with Anima, but instead sealed her faith at Barge Temple. Turns out that Seymour was not ready to lose his mother. Seymour is really just a scared little boy who almost destroyed any chance of bringing peace to the world. Once you obtain Anima, you realize her power. Anima has been a very helpful ally in getting as far as I did on this journey. When my characters were too weak, I could always count on her overdrive, Oblivion, to save me. It's also her overdrive that I'm not looking forward to in the upcoming fight. The meaning of her name, Anima, is synonymous with death and purgatory, a soul who is chained. When Anima is summoned, she is literally dragged through a portal by chains. When she uses one of her attacks, Pain, which shoots energy out of her one good eye, tears come out. I have hopefully painted a clear picture that this is going to get tough. Here we have the Waka minigame. For this minigame, you just have to hit the inner circle. Time your shot so you press X just before the outer layer opens. So the footage you just saw for the Waka minigame was from a previous save file. I just wanted to make sure that was included in this video. Now head back to the bottom of the mountain, where you will find the newly arisen Anima. I don't think the minigame is too difficult, but if you miss the inner circle or sphere, then you'll just have to have a fight with some monsters. And it's just a rinse and repeat until you get it. Just practice waiting for the right moment to throw the ball. You'll see that there is a bit of a pattern there. As I get there, I will do a quick setup before I start. I'm currently 376 hours into the game. I have break HP limit, ribbon, auto haste, and auto protect on all 3 characters, and simply am using their celestial weapons. Here you can see the chains that hold Anima in place that weren't there before. My basic strategy going into this is to use quick attack as much as possible, heal where I can, and revive using full life when someone is down. Again, Dark Anima has 8 million HP and thus will require 81 quick hits to bring her down. If you want, you can count them with me to track progress. That's 5 so far. 6, 7, 8. I have now done around 10% damage and she uses Pain, which will one-hit any character. The best thing to use is the full life spell because of the HP of the characters. If I had been using a different strategy, like increased defense instead of break HP limit, then a normal Phoenix down would be okay. For those keeping track, 11, 12, 13. Anima's overdrive gauge is almost full. The idea here is to carefully monitor her gauge and make sure to not fill it up before her next turn. Or if I do fill it up, to summon an Aeon to block the attack. If I don't do those things, I will lose the fight. I have chosen to go with Little Life. It is not the smoothest strategy, but it works. I've made sure to cast it on all 3 to be safe. Sometimes the boss will hit you, and it'll just get rid of one of your character's auto life. Let's see, when they get resurrected, it only heals a fraction of the HP. But still more than if I didn't have this high HP. I'll have to recast it before Anima gets a turn in, which is fine. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Got 20 hits in before Oblivion, so HP is down 25%. Not only does this attack completely drain my character's HP, but it also drains the MP, which makes it very difficult to do anything. You have to use a consumable, and I'm not a big fan of that. It's probably why I could never do a speedrun. Also the fact you need a certain talent to be able to do speedruns, which I don't possess. Once recovered, just get back to business of using quick attacks. 21, 22, okay, so this attack I wasn't prepared for, but luckily I healed just enough to survive it. Not really sure what the best course of action is here. Do I heal up, attack, run, or maybe just use auto life? I used a Mega Elixir to just heal up a little bit. Then I went with Auto Life on one character, and then a couple of quick attacks. Because with quick attacks, I'm able to manipulate the turn orders and simply sneak in a few hits here and there. 24. 25. I'm using Waka and Tidus to get in as many hits as possible, or whenever Yuna gets a turn in, I'll either heal or use auto life. 26, 27. At this point, I do not know what compelled me to do what I just did, but I did it, and I'm going to have to live with that. Casting Regen is a very indecisive thing to do. It will not heal you as much as you think. It would be better to have just used a Curaga spell. 31, 32, 33. I am so glad I cast a regen. Anyway, doesn't matter. This allows me to use full life now. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention to the overdrive gauge. I need to be careful now. So I think this time I'll have to sacrifice an Aeon instead of trying to tank the overdrive hit. I'm going to use Grand Summon, the Magus sisters, Cindy, Sandy, Mindy. They kind of remind me of the Powerpuff Girls. A little. I can't wait to fight them later. I am simply going to use their Delta attack and see what happens. That only did around 200k damage, about 2 quick attacks worth. But it means not being hit by Oblivion, so that helps. Thank you for your service. This takes us to 37 hits in total, if you've been keeping track. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43, 44. We have just passed the halfway mark and I got 6 hits in a row. My reward is to get hit by this not so nice attack. And luckily, I am ready for it. A well-deserved full life for Waka. This attack works really well, hitting Yuna to allow me to revive her with full health. I'm just going to try to sneak in a few quick hits in. $50. Now I have a choice. If I do not attack Anima, the overdrive gauge will not be full on her turn. So I have time to buff and cast auto life and just get prepared for her next big attack. Please forget what you just saw. That's the first time that Anima has hit Titus with just a normal attack, and he got cursed. There's no point in healing him or anything like that, so from now I'm just gonna go ahead and attack while the overdrive gauge is full, and see how many hits in a row I can do before she hits me with Oblivion. That was 9 in a row. That brings us to 60 hits. Blocking with an Aeon before that Oblivion would have been a better choice, but I am very silly and I forgot. So I'm going to make the most of it and try to heal using a Mega Elixir in case of a Mega Graviton attack, and just go from there. I did get pretty lucky, all things considering. Going back on the offensive, trying to get in as many quick hits as possible, and then preparing for the next Oblivion. There should only be one left in this fight. Yeah. 65. Because Yuna has 0 MP, I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to use an ether. This is the first time I'll have used the ether in this playthrough. Like I said before, I don't like using consumables too much. 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. $74, and there's less than 10% HP left to get rid of. As you can see, Anima's overdrive gauge is full, so I'm going to prepare myself, and then I'm going to summon an Aeon. Doesn't really matter which one now. It was at this moment that I knew that I made a mistake. Okay, so at this point, I thought I lost. I planned on using an Aeon to block Oblivion, but I forgot that you cannot summon while cursed. The only thing that I could think of was to use Auto Live on one character and hope for the best. Not sure which one is the right choice. While we are watching this for the third time, you can take this time to maybe leave a comment, hit the like button, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe. It would help me out a lot. Thank you. I needed to get lucky here. If I chose to use Mega Phoenix and revive everyone and got hit with Mega Graviton, it would be game over. If I use an Elixir on Tidus and get hit with Pain, then it's game over. I can't use any spells and my other characters are not prepared for this fight. Using the Elixir was a choice and it was a correct one. I just need to regroup at this point, heal up the best that I can, since I haven't hit Anima in a while. I really need to get a couple of hits in at any opportunity. She's not making it easy. In hindsight, I didn't need to do this, but when I was playing, I wasn't counting the hits. And I should have. Maybe next time. $77. $78. $79. 80. You're done. To me, that was a very close fight, and I almost lost to Anima at the end. I made a few errors, but all in all, the strategy worked well, with high HP, ribbon, and quick attacks. Thanks so much for sticking around so far. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It took me a while to get to this point in the game. The next boss will be the Dark Magus sisters, which from what I'm told are worse than Anima, since there are 3 of them. If you want to see more videos from me, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like the video. Also feel free to tell your friends about my channel. Ask them to subscribe as well, and who knows, maybe it'll go viral. Now for some fun with Yojimbo. As it has been customary with the other Dark Aeons, I have tried to see what it is like defeating the Dark Aeons with Yojimbo and his Zenmato move. For reference, I never get the Zenmato on first try with a low bid. Yojimbo is money hungry, and what I'm showing you is how absolutely impractical it would be expecting to defeat the Dark Aeons with Yojimbo only. It would simply cost way too much, or all you would be doing is reloading the game because you failed. But that wouldn't be much fun. I really appreciate you sticking around to the end. See you next time.